Hey, it's David with Oklahoma Ham Radio. I'm out here at Romano State Park. It's a unique chance to do TeePees on the air. Let me go ahead and get around here to where you can see the teepee that I'll be staying in. So here's an example of one of the teepees that's available at Romano State Park. Inside there is power. I don't know that I'm going to use it, but inside there is power and a light right in the middle of this teepee. Mine's the exact same way. In fact, mine is right up there. And I'm going to do some POTA activations, but just want to kind of show around a little bit. The lake behind me, it is raining a lot. Well, it's been raining here for, gosh, 5 days straight. Feels like maybe 3 or 4, but we've gotten about 6 inches of rain in the past few days. And it just keeps coming. So what I was thinking about doing here, worst case scenario, is to operate out of my car, but have the antenna in the teepee fed up through the top of the teepee there. There is a little bit of room, but it's a DX Commander Classic. I was thinking about just mounting it inside of that teepee and having the radials go out underneath the edge of the teepee, and I still may do that. Or I may go ahead and set up that DX Commander over here where the car is currently parked. I think that would give me enough room for the radials that I have with me. And if not, then I'll figure out something to do, or I could do it over here. This is all my area inside of this concrete here. So I'm thinking about maybe putting the antenna over here. Just depends on how wet the ground is. I do want to show this little QR code just in case someone wants to reserve one of these at Romano State Park. Hold on, I'll switch around to that. So there's the code down there. Maybe you can pause the video if you'd like to reserve it. I'll get right up on it. There you go. And I think by just using your QR code software of your choice, you can get in and actually reserve this particular teepee. I will say this, it's been raining for days. Like I said, at least 3 days, if not longer. At my house, after one day, we had 5 inches, and that's 70 miles from here probably. I don't think they got that much here, but it's rained a lot for sure. The inside of the teepee is dry, which is cool. I had thought about sleeping in the back of my VW Atlas, but I'm going to sleep inside the teepee this evening. It's a little cold. It's supposed to be high in the 50s, low 50s tonight. Tomorrow I will be doing POTA from a teepee. It's about 7 o'clock at night, and I just made some red beans and rice. I'm going to try to film this. They're pretty dang good. My wife cooked the red beans and rice for me yesterday before I came out here, so all I had to do was heat it up. But I did pick up something that I want to share right now. This Jet Boil little backpack stove. See, I can't remember which one I got, but anyway, what happens, well, this stove has a igniter. It is unregulated, but it does have the igniter on it, and right there on the side, those marks turn red when the water gets hot that's inside of that Jet Boil. or inside of that canister. It does pack down very small, and all I did was pour that water into my bowl of beans here, and I'm going to try to get a spoon of it so that you can see without making a mess. Living dangerously here, but there they are, the red beans and rice, and it makes a really good meal when it's cool outside. I will say I used 4 cups of water in that to heat this bowl of beans up to where it was hot enough. So I poured 2 in there initially, then drank the water back off of it so I'd stay hydrated, get some of that nutrient, and then boiled 2 more gallons or 2 more cups of water, poured it back in here. It's nice and warm, and it took maybe a minute and a half to boil those 2 cups. So really cool. I love it. I spent the night in a teepee last night, and it was a little chilly but manageable. So I'm going to show again the campsite here. There's my DX Commander. I don't think I have it installed correctly yet. Still working on it, just kidding. I just have it leaning up against the picnic table right now. A solar panel from Radiodity. It's 120 watt solar panel. It does a great job. But the TeePee right now, there's my coax. But I wanted to, as I get things out, show the, pardon the mess in the back of my car here. Had to go get some firewood yesterday. Show the backpack that I've got. So I've got this Gregory Baltoro 65. I wanted to show what all's in here real quick. I've got it packed up pretty tight. Got a little flashlight up here on this clip. I'm going to do my best to describe this as I take things apart. So that if you're in the market for a backpack, you can see what this is. Now this backpack is from a year and a half ago. So there's my logbook, this pouch here, there's some electrical tape. I'm going to zoom this back some. Here we go. This is just a pouch in the front to throw any last second things in that you may have forgotten. So there's a pocket. I'm going to start from the bottom and work my way up. There's a pocket down here, which has 2 batteries, 2 lithium polymer batteries. This one I've had, it's not a DX Engineering battery, by the way. It's actually a Powerizer 12 volt, 20 amp hour, 30 amp rate. So this one is 10 years old, roughly. I've used it in some robotic stuff, but it works great. It's a 30 amp hour. It uses those blue cells. It does have the battery controller inside of there. This one has one inside of it also. But this frame, when I show down here, the frame of the backpack has these 2 rods that go all the way up through the back of the backpack, and I'll show that to you. This is a separate little pouch. This piece is removable. So there's these little clips in there that you can remove this and come all the way down with everything. I left it in there so that those batteries could have a little bit of space. I'll get around to the belt here in a minute, which I really liked. This strap helps hold everything together when you want to. Keep it pulled in tight. Same thing over here. So you've got a strap over here for support. Pardon the airplane flying over. There is a pouch on this side. Currently I've got my AA35 Zoom Rig Expert in that pouch. You can see it's a separate pouch from the other side. Find the zipper here and get it unzipped. Oh, I'll talk about this in another video, but it's my my laptop that I use when I'm, show you right here real quick. It's just a small laptop that I use when I'm doing POTA. Get this unzipped. Pardon me. On this side, these are stakes for the antenna. Now I've got a couple more stakes. And what I use this one for is I pound it into the ground and then set that DX Commander pole on top of it so that the pole doesn't shift side to side at all. These other stakes are, those two I got at Walmart or someplace, just real simple, but these I got off of Amazon. These actually screw into the ground. If you're in hard ground like what I've got over here, you can take a drill and screw these into the ground. That's why I like them. You can also pound them into the ground. But these are Adventure Sika stakes. All right, so that's this pouch. So we've got this pouch in the middle, this one on this side, this one on this side. Now, we also have one. Unhook this. So this clip here on both sides helps hold the backpack back together at the top. But you'll see when I open this up, now you're into the main part of the backpack. So there's this has my radio in it. I'll get into a review of that. This has some tools in it. Talk about this part here in a minute. Actually, let's talk about it now. So I'm into the main portion of the backpack. This is a day pack that comes with this backpack. It used to come with it. Now it doesn't anymore. But it's a day pack. Give it a, there we go. So there's that same hook mechanism that I showed a minute ago in both of these corners. This is a day pack. I'll get into what's in that day pack, but I want to show this frame so you can see the frame internal to the backpack. All the way down, it's plastic material that has this frame support inside of it, and then it's kind of a padded, let's see if you can see, yeah, you can see me push my thumb into it. It's kind of padded inside of there. It's not really a memory foam or anything like that. Now you can take it out. It's a Velcro that you can pull the entire frame out of the backpack pretty easily. Let's talk about this day pack real quick. This day pack, I have a bunch of wires in, but it's also able to be used as a hydration pack if you buy the bladder. So let me get this stuff out of this day pack here. So what I house in there are my radials for my DX Commander, and then these are the actual radiating elements. We'll go over some of that here in a little while. In another video we'll go over it, but this day pack's pretty nice. Like I said, it can be used as a water bladder. In fact, that's what that piece is used for, is to route your hose out, and your hose can route out through the backpack, and I'll show you how that happens here in a minute. But it makes a nice little, hey, I'm going to go for a hike around the lake, and I want to be able to have some stuff with me, right? So it is water resistant material. I wouldn't say it's waterproof, but it is water resistant material. All right, so back over here to finish opening this up. You can also get into the backpack through the top if you don't want to open it up from the front. So I'm spinning around to the back of the backpack now. You have this top compartment. Where I have various pieces for my antenna. Go over what that is for in a minute, but then a cable, extension cable for, power off of my batteries. The backpack also comes with this, which is a water, rain guard for your backpack. Fits over the entire backpack, straps on, hooks on, I guess I should say. So that came with the backpack also. So I got the day pack and the rain guard with the backpack, which is really cool. We've got one more pocket here before I go over the back. So right up here in the top, you've got two sides to this pouch, or to this pocket. This is one side, and then this is the other side. For me, I just have some more power distribution stuff, a few extra parts for the radio gear in there. But, so you've got these two pockets, one on each side also. All right, let's get down here so I can show the frame and the straps. So the straps, these are medium straps, but you can get large. This slides up and down on both sides along this groove. This is an adjustment, I believe. Nope, that is a, hook your sunglasses or whatever into here type of device. It is padded. It's fairly comfortable. I'd say very comfortable, actually. It does have adjustments here. This is the padding for, notice it's vented so you can get some air through, but it's the padding for your back brace. So it is pretty comfortable. The belt is great on this thing. I love the belt on this thing. So a couple things. It does have pockets over here. This one's just to hold anything, right? You don't really care if it gets wet or whatever, but this one is waterproof. Now, my phone would be a very tight fit in here, but I've got the Max. It is Velcroed on. This one's Velcroed on. You do have adjustments here, or clips there to help keep everything pulled in, tied up tight. Let's see. This is how you adjust. I think I mentioned that. This is how you adjust. This is how you adjust. So you just reach up, pull, gets it on there tight. Here's another little, hey, let me carry something with me, like a pole, maybe, right? So you get your pole on there and tighten it down, and there you go. There you're carrying your mast for your radio if you're into things like I am. It's there, and then there's one other. Get this tightened back down here. There's one other down lower. Do have the water bottle carrier on this side, and this side you've got a pouch. So there's plenty of spots to put gear in this backpack. So I have just totally dismantled that thing. Well, not totally, but pretty much. So I just activated this part. I think I got 56 contacts in an hour maybe. there's the TeePee activation that I did. Right there's the setup. I'm gonna activate from the desk over here, or from that table, a little bit later. Being inside that TeePee, while it's big enough to sleep 4 people, does get a little claustrophobic. And you know, I've got it opened up there so the draft goes through it and all that good stuff. But it is starting to get a little bit windier. Wanted to come out and check on the antenna, see how it was doing, and looks like it's doing well. But yeah, had a great time activating today. It's my first pile up that I've ever had, and that's a lot of fun. I've seen other people do it on YouTube, but that was my first pile up. It was, like I said, probably 55 contacts. Got Alaska, got, you know, all over the US, all from inside of that TeePee. So now I'm gonna move out to the picnic table and be able to stand up and operate potentially, instead of being inside the TeePee. All right, so it's the second activation of the trip. It can start at 7 p.m., which is in 20 minutes. Move my stuff out of the TeePee. Gonna set up here and operate. And yeah, the sun is still charging the solar panel fairly well, or hitting the solar panel and charging the battery. And just want to make sure it's topped off before I start. So I've got pretty much everything packed up. Just a very little bit left out, so I'll talk about some of it. That guy right there is awesome, that jet boil. It's an amazing little stove, very lightweight. I got my fire started for the night, and as you can see, the TeePee is now empty, and my trash bag. The only thing I've got really to take apart that's going to take any time is the DX Commander. I've only got it set up for 20 and 10 for this trip. Was going to set it up for 40. I have to show you, that's a view of the lake over there. There's been no one else around me except for some people up the way just a tad. In fact, you can see them right up there. So it's been very peaceful, very calm, very relaxing little trip. Let's see. I can start activating in, would that be 18 minutes? Decided to use my MacBook Pro. Just hook up directly to the, just the radio straight to the antenna. Nothing special. No audio interface. No interface between the laptop and the radio or anything. Just making it as simple as possible. There's my batteries. A little, West Mountain radio rig runner power distribution deal. I'll plug that battery back into that as soon as I am ready to start up. Got my spare battery there. Technically my dinner's in this bag, but I don't know that I'm really that hungry. I've eaten a lot this weekend. I do use the Genasun charge controller. It's a very nice charge controller. The radiosity panel works great. Have not had any problems with that. It's 120 watt panel. So I'm just wasting time waiting to get started on this activation. If I knock them out real quick, if I knock the activation out real quick, I may go ahead and go home tonight. Get the rest of it packed up and head out. I I mean, I got to be out of here by 10 tomorrow morning. My house is an hour from here, so it's no rush to get out of here, but it's a pretty cool park. If you ever get a chance to go to Romano's and stay in one of these teepees, bring a cot. It's pretty hard on your back if you're like me. I'm going to activate, and once that's done, probably pack up and get out, but we'll see. Thanks.